now, so we made the mistake. All right, we can stand.
We thought you were going easy.
I bet they are appreciating the canopy.
Well, not yet, because the wind's just blowing everything.
That is true
Right
too.
straight through.
Oh, at least it's better
But
lit, maybe.
it is well lit.
There is
Oh,
better
it
lit,
is.
so that's a good thing. Seems like I think they've had a lot of dark night
Mm-hmm.
fill-ups going on.
Well, it should be a lot less for them too. They don't have to remember the gallons or anything. Just put the card in, right?
Yeah, no paperwork.
Yeah.
Nice.
Punch everything in the computer.
G&G glass door installation.
The break door, break room door.
Break room door.
was
They had to
broken.
take out the whole frame and everything, put a whole new, it was rusted and went shut.
One shut, nothing.
There must be a hefty door on the
Mhm.
break room. To the outside?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, alright, there. I was thinking
It's
interior.
got push bars
Yeah,
and all
okay.
that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought it was an interior, like $4,600 for an interior
No,
door.
that's
We had an original one quote for like 10 grand
Mhm.
for it.
Wow.
commercial door.
Commercial doors are expensive, yeah, no doubt. Greg service, the rust prevention, what's that?
We do that every year on the trucks on a cycle. It's like a spray that they spray the frames and stuff down and it keeps the rust. It's like rust inhibitor.
And the invoice came in now, that's not something we do earlier in the fall before the snow?
I think he's got it scheduled at, certain points, but that probably was done earlier. We probably discussed
Yeah,
it.
okay, well, and that's kind of, all right, I guess that's.
Why do we have parties balance 4 tires?
Any tires balance, that's where they end up taking them.
We can't do them here?
We have a bunch of people.
Yeah, how? Yeah, we can mount them, we can do a lot of things, but I think the balancing on certain tires has to get.
Maybe use Norm's tires, or Norm's tire or something that balances on parties and another
They're
one.
probably pickup tires,
Yeah, because we don't do a lot of the big.
big trucks and throw weights inside them. Little baskets.
So I've heard a couple reports on the radio, some other road commissions that have had problems maybe getting enough salt.
So did we.
Okay, I'm just curious what our situation was. I knew we got a bill here for some salt, which at least we got some, but
So at one point we were down to what we figured would last us one storm.
wow.
And so we've got 3,500 tons on order. And Detroit Salt has evidently limited the trucking companies. At one point, like they were the one that trucks to us, we're limited to 1,600 tons a day. And that's for everybody. That's not just us, that's for everybody that they truck to. Now they've limited them to 1,300. We have gotten about 800 in here lately. So, and they're saying another 10 trucks are coming between last night and today. So we're getting our salt built back up. I'd even reached out to Jackson to see, hey, how are you sitting on salt, just in case we need to
Borrow some.
But then I see they put out their bids for salt. Because they don't go by my deal. A lot of times they bid it separately and they go into the city and everything. And so they just bid it. So I'm not sure if they're sitting good now they're bidding it, or they're sitting bad and they're trying to, I don't know. But
4 times a bit.
I would
Exactly.
It's gonna be high dollar.
Yeah. But we're making headway with getting salt back for us, so.
Of course, with it getting colder, you can switch over to
Everybody
sand.
ready to vote?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Okay.
Yep.
Need one more on that.
Payroll dated January 22nd, special 6322.49, and January 15th, regular $75,011.52.
I move we approve the payrolls.
Support.
Any discussion?
What's the special pay for?
It's the admin, like, suppose it's equivalent to the guy's longevity.
Okay,
Then for the administrative, it's admin. We get it in January, not anniversary.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Oop, that's what else there.
Well, at this point in the winter, we probably use more salt than we have for several years.
Yes and no, because some of these cold and blowing storms, we don't put out the material, because it'll just make everything stick to the roads. So at some points, we might use less because of the wind and the cold. But I would have to say we're probably on par right now.
I send that one.
Yeah, very easy on that one,
okay, this one? Oh, thank you. Oops,
and that one.
okay.
I see a video on
No,
the
no,
news
I'm on
of
that
down
one.
in
Okay.
Texas, putting salt grind on
Down in Texas?
with a pickup truck. And a
Thanks, I
tank
did.
back, going over a bridge
And it's beet juice. They're using beet juice.
in Texas.
Well, beet juice is just added to
Yeah.
the brine.
Yeah, pure beet juice can actually make the road slipperier in certain conditions.
It's a mix.
Because MDOT tried that.
Beet juice doesn't melt anything, it just lowers the ability.
Freezing temperature.
Yes.
Beginning cash and investment balance is $2,616,814.61. Total receipts is $272,455.83. Total in bills and payroll is $312,305.83. CD reserve for 2 trucks is $699,184.70. Ending available fund balance is $1,877,779.91, and outstanding accounts payable is $14,942.30.
Any questions? If not, stand as presented. Thank you.
Just one quick question, this capital equipment advance, does that come from the state or?
Yes.
Okay. So
That's an annual thing that they do.
So is that towards our trucks that work the main highways or?
That's basically, I think part of this advance, part of the, yes, the equipment that we buy new and they pay for it over 5 years.
Yeah.
That's like part of that.
I
Is
suspected
that part of Schedule C?
No, the Schedule C is just what, like how much an hour we charge for.
Years ago, we had to pay them because it was out of sync.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we changed
And
it.
then while we were down, for a while, we were down to 80%, we were charging 80%, we're back to 100%, charging them the Schedule C rate. Like they wanted it at 120, and I'm like,
No,
no, because I don't wanna have that payment out, I'd rather
yeah,
see something.
that's what happened too. Public comment, Doug, you got anything?
Yes, today I have a commissioner's report for you. Items of interest, the 800 towers are constructed. Those would be towers in Woodridge, Adams Township, and the city of Litchfield. waiting on consumers for the power. Still on track for July go live on the 800 radios, 800 megahertz radios. At our last meeting, 5 ambulance contracts were approved, and we also had a resolution to locate 2B District Court at 25 Care Drive, funding to be discussed at our next meeting on Tuesday. And with that, that's my report from the commissioners' business at our last meeting. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
So I have a question. I was at the Amboy Township Board meeting a week ago, which would have been the day after your commissioners meeting. And Brad Benzing was telling about, the commissioners approving the plan to go ahead with the district court building, and that passed on a 3-2 vote. And then of course, there's just one minor flea in the ointment. That is to find the funding to convert the building and make it usable for district court. And what is the estimate? Somewhere between $3.5 and $4 million. Is that right?
Correct.
So I'll just share what concerns me is that it was reported at that meeting that 2 commissioners have already said they're not in favor of voting for any millage revenue of any kind to help fund that project. And I don't understand how you can find that kind of a revenue stream out of your current budget when you already don't have much on hand. And so, at the top of that concern is I see the parks being a target. And in terms of, if you spread that cost over a 10-year period, it might take 0.2 of a mil or 1/4 of a mil to fund it, which is a very small amount. And I know that you're one of the 2 people on the finance committee. And I thought that maybe my comments to you might be more receptive than would to somebody else.
So, a couple of items. While there wasn't a question there really, comment?
Sure.
Okay. First of all, some of the committees did get shuffled, and I am Public Safety Committee currently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the 2B District Court move and with judges being part of the public safety, it does make sense for me to be public safety. Kevin Collins now is the vice chair of budget, so that shuffle did happen.
Okay.
That being said, your concerns are the elephant in the room. Absolutely, the funding is the trick and the question, and the resolution was contingent on finding the correct funding. I do know that the budget committee met on Friday, and I have not heard a full report on that, how that meeting went, but as vice chair of budget for 2 years, my total belief and the reason for my comments on not moving forward with a millage is that I believe that strongly that there are mechanisms in place with our current budget shifting certain items that absolutely can take that payment. And the estimate is a 20-year loan. The payback is estimated at $200,000 annually, and it is my firm belief, and we haven't really got into that discussion yet on what those items are, but it's my firm belief that this is a doable part of the program. And so the Board of Commissioners, the chairman of the Board of Commissioners did task the budget committee to try to come up with a plan and I do anticipate hearing from them on Tuesday, some of their ideas and it'll be discussion items. And it could be that millage is one of the possibilities, okay? And with your remark that 2/10 of a mil, maybe that is the way to go. But my belief is that we do not need to do a millage, that millage is something the public does not want us to pursue. And I will attempt to use my skill and whatever information, and if there's any wisdom along the way that I may have gained from others, that I will try and bring that when we have that discussion. So,
Okay, thanks, Doug.
Yeah.
Managers' comments.
All right, so I got a few things here. As you can imagine, the guys been out plowing snow, trying to keep the drifts at bay. Not making a lot of headway on some of the north-south roads, but I think they're all doing a great job. They come in almost every day. They've been in at 4 o'clock. They work until 5. Night shift comes in early, so we're covering everything that we can. Some of the drifts on the north-south roads just are boogered. They're trying to get to everything today. Gravel roads, even the cul-de-sacs, all that kind of stuff they're trying to hit today. We'll just have to see how Mother Nature does with the wind again,
Question on that. I know with drifting, the graders sometimes come out. Have we started that process?
If we got people to put in, because right now,
Okay.
if we got a truck available, we're putting them in a truck. And, but yes, the graders can be out doing things on gravels and the big drifts and all that, we'll use anything we got.
But are our trucks handling the drifts so far?
Right now, they all put on
because
truck
there's not
plows
that much
and,
snow yet or whatever?
and we actually posted on the Facebook page there are videos from like in the past, but it's showing what those trucks go through and there's some that if you watch some of those videos, they hit those drifts and you don't see the truck for about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
They don't see the road either.
Yes, yeah.
They're out there handling some conditions that most people
It's like planting corn.
would freak
Way
out.
ahead.
Yeah. So I think they're doing a good job. They're clearing everything they can, and we'll just have to keep at it until the wind dies.
Say I saw that Facebook posting. I didn't actually want to look at videos, but I've also seen the Facebook postings about updating about the road, what the drivers are doing and their hours.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I don't read every comment, but I kind of look them over, and most of them are positive comments, which I appreciate that for the drivers.
People are just looking for info.
Yes.
I mean, so
Yep.
there's always like one in that whole chain that's like,
Right.
you haven't hit my road.
Right.
Yeah, we know.
Right.
But for the most part, yes, they're all
and I've been
positive.
yes, I think for the drivers and everybody that's great.
The graders may have to be going out with e-plow on too.
They could.
Because the roads are plugged.
Heather answers a lot of those. She answered a lot today that they direct message.
Okay.
And so she's answered to those specific ones. Most of those will come back, okay, thanks for the update kind of thing.
Good.
So
Good.
I think she's doing good with that. So really the crews, that's what they're doing. Knock on wood, haven't had too many major breakdowns, so hydraulic hoses and things like that, but they've been able to bring them in, fix them, get them back out. So we're not doing bad there.
Oh, I guess, if I may ask, I saw something about a plow truck hit a parked car yesterday.
Yes.
Are you gonna go over that later?
I can. I can hit that. It's basically, it was one of the plow drivers was going from here to his route and was making a turn. I think he was actually in the city, making a turn. He had a wing on, and that wing caught the parked car that was sitting there. It broke the tail light, put a scratch gouge in the back corner panel. But so we had went through our normal procedures of, getting an accident report, getting an incident report for us, and doing all the testing and everything.
Okay, good.
So it wasn't nothing major, there was nobody in the vehicle, they had to kind of find whose it was, and everything, so, yes. Let's see. So we're also working on, for our bridge load ratings that we talked about in meetings past, a map that shows where they all are, what the load rating calls for. And we're trying to get that made, laminated and stuff, and then we'll send it out to the schools, the 911, anybody that per se uses it. I think our hardest things are gonna be when it comes spraying and stuff for the farmers. 'Cause
Right.
they're not gonna,
You're not gonna be happy.
well, they're not gonna pay attention to be honest with you. It's like,
Yeah, they'll be fine.
so some of them, just like MDOT told us on them, if we can't control it, we might have to close them.
Is there a way to communicate with the farmers, to impress upon them adherence to the road restrictions is for the greater good so that bridge doesn't close? And how do we get that information out there, other than Facebook?
That,
Farm Bureau,
Signage.
we got people that are good with farmers.
Yeah. I really think we need to get that message
Yeah.
out there
Yes.
to say, hey, we understand this, we understand that it's hard for you guys, but you're utilizing that bridge when you shouldn't be impacts a whole lot of other people that use it to get to and from work.
Yes.
I was planning.
We'll do whatever we can to get,
I was planning on going to the next Farm Bureau meeting and give a road commission report.
Okay,
Yeah, that'd be
well, if
good.
you had that map,
Yeah.
if you had that map, and if you could have copies of that map, so it can get out to,
Because those guys will talk to other
Yes.
farmers and get the word
Yeah.
out.
yes.
anywhere we can get it out, it'll be appreciated, but definitely 911, so the fire departments and all that know.
Yep.
Schools, so they know, and which ones are labeled which way, so like some of the school buses and some of the fire trucks might be able to do some of the bridges, just not,
All of it.
they're all color coded.
If you could have Heather
She's,
email me that.
she's working with the mapping downtown.
No, cause they're gonna
They're
be
gonna be big
big
ones.
maps.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, but I mean, could you put one like in a PDF or something that I
Oh,
could?
yes.
and you can zoom in and everything,
Yes.
Well, no, I mean, I could
Email
possibly
that out.
print it out.
Yep.
Take it with me and say,
Well, we can get you a printed one and a PDF.
PDF, it'd be great, so you can email them. What about sending them to insurance agents that insure farmers? And would they communicate with, their farmers?
they should,
No.
Well, we have a
Possibly.
connection there that, I mean, that is,
Possibly.
but
again,
most of them that deal with that agent are at the Farm Bureau meeting too.
okay,
Yeah.
alright. Well, there are
Yeah,
other agents in
You
town.
have a lot
Yeah.
of, insurance agencies in the county that have farmers as clients.
Right.
I could probably take, or send one to Anderson's too in Litchfield.
Oh, yeah,
Because they're gonna be traveling a lot of those roads, they're in fertilizer,
right.
doing spraying and everything, so it'd be a good idea that they knew where they were.
And I don't know if, at that point, if they knew what was what out there, whether they could limit the load and still use the bridge, just not maybe haul a full load. I know it's not ideal and it's not,
They could,
but,
Anderson's won't haul a heavy load though,
okay. Anyway,
and they won't let a heavy load leave.
so we are working on that bridge map and I
Good.
think it'll
And
help.
again, yeah,
But,
absolutely. Thank you.
On bridges, we got notified by MDOT yesterday, the day before, that they did award the neighborhood road fund for Mosierville Road. So the dam / bridge at Mosierville, that also the drain commission is wanting to deal with that dam, got selected to get done in 28. So I already talked with Matt Ward, and we're gonna sit down and meet and see what we can come up with as far as, partnering with this. And I told him, sure, I said, you guys replace the structure, we'll pave it. I don't think you'll go for that.
What was his actual comment?
Yes,
You
it was
can't
fun.
repeat that.
But anyway, yes, we can hopefully get something worked there to where at least that one's now gonna be funded.
It'll be
And-
on the radar.
And that's in Scipio Township, and there's no Scipio Township match, correct?
Yes, there would be.
There will be, okay.
And so that's 95%, or the grant is 95%, so then we have to split that 5% with Scipio. So, 2.5, rough figures, I don't even want to say that, so, yeah, 2.5% of the total cost is what.
Oh,
So Scipio Township Supervisor aware of that?
I don't know if he is yet, because like I said, we just got this the other day, and Scipio Township's clerk knows.
Right. That-
then
okay.
the supervisor will know.
Well, should know. Well, I won't be at my township meetings next month.
Okay.
So I don't know if you wanna go or,
Tell me which ones you need covered.
Okay.
and,
I will, alright.
Oh, now Heather's interrupted me here.
Oh. The intercom.
Uh-huh. Well, she's saying the one that, the dam wasn't the one that was awarded, it's the one on Morganville Road, east of Borden Road.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
I'll double check that, unless that's the dam, unless that's the drain, cause it was, I was talking with Matt on that, so.
yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
Anyway, more to come, they sent a letter, like I said, just the day before on that, so. Let's see. Restaurant culverts. Snow. Just to remind everybody, the Southeast District is, Monday, for those that said they were gonna go. I think we've got, between commissioners and staff, I think there's 7 people going. And that's at, Calhoun. The next one we host, so we'll have to get that. At that meeting, we'll send out an invite to everybody for here. Just as a, did these get put in there?
You never do.
Okay. So anyway, this is just a kind of, I can send this out, it's just in an email too. It's kind of CRA's explanation of road funding. And so it starts out with where it comes from corporate tax and the general fund and the marijuana tax, the neighborhood road funds, and it shows where the neighborhood road fund, by an asterisk, and it'll have asterisks that don't require a match. And then it goes down to that money gets split out by the neighborhood road fund, gets split out by 52% to the counties, 20% to MDOT, and 28% to the municipalities. And then that 52 for the counties is then split out and automatically has engineering and snow fund taken out of it. And then it goes to the county road agencies. 75% goes to primary roads, 25% goes to local roads. So it's not gonna be the big pot of money that some townships think is gonna be out there, but it will give us a pot of money to use where we don't have to require a match on certain things. It's to get things done, we're still gonna have to have a match, or we're just not gonna have the money to do it.
So primaries, that's probably not transferable to local.
For the local road funds, probably not. Then there's also the normal MTF.
No, yeah.
This can move back and forth. So this has to do with the neighborhood road fund. This is the normal gas tax, where now it's 21 cents a gallon, and how it breaks it all down, all the statutory stuff. The remainder goes to the 39, 39, 22%, which is the formula that's been there for. So basically, they're showing the basic 1.6 billion that's projected for 2026 of new funding. This is just kind of informational stuff they sent out, and I was gonna I can send it to all of you so you can have it when you go.
Okay, I was gonna ask you if it was on the CRA website.
It is on CRA website, but they
Probably,
send it out to everybody too, but it's easy for me to.
because I had
Email,
a township clerk, when the funding was first handed me, pamphlet from the Michigan Townships Association that told we was gonna get $11 million and everything, life was gonna be good.
Yeah, well,
Hillsdale County was gonna get 11 million?
Yeah, that's what or not, that's what our total budget was gonna be.
eventually, when everything's kicked in and everything's in, yes, it probably is gonna be in that $11 to $12 million is what our budget or our funding will be.
But the
Right now, it's in
marijuana
the
money's held up in court,
Right.
so.
So anyway, that's just an explanation quick of how it's spread out. It doesn't give exact dollar
Hand that out
amounts.
at township board meetings, so.
I would mention that at the Moscow Township Board meeting, Jennifer Wart's representative was there, ma'am, I don't remember.
Jonathan.
Thank you, Jonathan was there. And so there was conversations about this additional monies for the roads and the township portions, and he gave out the misinformation that the townships would get money. And I piped up with, well, now wait a minute, my understanding is, he says, I'll look into it, I'll get back to you. My understanding, our understanding is absolutely correct, the townships are not gonna get any money.
No.
And so we gotta make sure that message stays clear, because we have people giving out
Some of the municipalities are
bad
getting money.
information. So,
The only way the townships are gonna get any money is through this neighborhood road fund.
Right.
That the road commission is gonna get the money and
yes,
then use it to help townships.
But
yes.
that would only be probably for bridges.
Well, I think it's however we choose.
Yeah, it's up to our
It
discretion.
could be, but in our situation with all these bridges, we gotta repair.
Well, that's where our management needs to come up with a master plan, where's the extra dollars coming from, what are our critical needs, and how to share that money amongst our townships somewhat equitably as possible.
I agree.
So, but that's
So
their
we
job,
are
our
working on
job,
maps and
yes.
formulas and, yes.
our job is to make comments, but it's their job to come up with a plan, in my opinion. Sooner the better.
I love your sense of humor. All right, next thing, so we have to post, one of the things we legally have to post on our website is our organizational chart. And so I've updated the organizational chart, and this is what's gonna be posted online. And I don't know, yeah, you got a copy.
Right there.
So really, there's no big massive changes or nothing,
Should be one in your
Should have been in the packet.
Where's the back of it?
There's one, there you go.
So if you don't have any issues with that, that's what I'll have to give to Katie and
And there's-
whoever to post it online.
There's no changes here. This is pretty much what we've been under, correct?
Pretty much. I've got Heather as an assistant manager directly under me. Yeah, there's no real big changes, right?
So I see,
The only cha-
okay.
the only change is just where I'm at.
You are already office manager, aren't you?
Okay.
So you do have a vacancy here for the state truck line foreman.
That's always been vacant since I've been here anyway.
Okay.
I mean, eventually I would like to see that filled, because right now Kevin basically does that, and he needs to be doing a lot more of the planning. And that would help with the on-call rotation and, there's people that can be out there watching crews throughout the year. Most places have a specific state trunk line foreman and pretty much
We used to
most if all of that funding is charged to the state budget. Anyway,
We had a state foreman for years.
My uncle was one.
So I guess my question would be is do we have enough state miles to warrant one? And is our staff large enough that it warrants one as compared to other road commissions?
as compared to other road commissions, I don't know some of the smaller ones. I can compare it to Jackson, but they're
Jackson's
way
not-
bigger.
Yeah,
I think
and they have a lot more state,
Yes,
I think Calhoun's got one.
yes,
And so
Calhoun's
does
got one.
Branch, don't they?
Don't know about Branch, but
Well,
But actually, we have 5 drivers with a backup that work with the state trunk lines, and that would work with that foreman. That foreman also would take care of and direct the sign shop, which is 2 people and all their stuff.
and that's currently being done by Kevin.
All that's been, yep. But it doesn't mean he has to charge all his time to the state. If he takes care and gets everybody going on the state, charges, part of his day to the state, he might be then out helping with the chip seal.
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
And that part we get charged to the county, but
You're talking about the state line or the state
Yes.
line foreman, not Kevin, per se.
Correct. because
Does-
Kevin charges part of his time to the state
Does
right
it-
now. I charge an hour every day to the state, so that would just,
Change up that a little.
so eventually that's just part of I just wanted to mention that's part of that we do need to look at, in the future to get that. So if everybody's okay with that, that's what we'll post.
You got 5 on the state trunk lines then.
And then there's also, like I said, there's a backup, a 6th guy that if we need him, he goes and augments
You
them.
can pull him from,
He kind of floats where if we need him on the state, he can work there, but then if there's an empty, somebody didn't come in, he can go take there for the
He's a
county.
floater. What is it, there's 2 at night and 3 during the day, or?
Yes, for winter time, yep. And a lot of times that floater gets put in there for the day, so at least there's 4.
Yep.
So there's still a lot of, I think it's 192 lane miles of state roads that we take care of. So.
Quite a bit for us.
How much did you say, 192 state miles?
Other than that, I think the rest of the stuff I've got is actually later under new business. We are looking at, what we can afford to go under capital outlay for equipment. Kind of working through that right now. And I'm hoping to be able to do at least 2 pickups, 2 1-tons, and 1 tandem plow truck. And then we've got the man lift on Gov Deals. And if last one we sell that, use that to help pick up another used bucket truck.
So we're gonna have 2 bucket trucks instead of just 1?
We got 2 now.
We got an old one that really needs to go.
Okay.
So that old one, once the man lift's sold, we can buy a new one and then sell the really old one to help with that.
That came from the Board of Public
Yeah,
Utilities.
it is old.
It's like 1989 or something like that.
So in our purchasing of plow trucks that we purchase and put on the state lines first, where are we at in that schedule?
We should be getting 1 a year.
1 a year?
To stay,
Okay,
2 a year would help get the fleet newer for the county too. But
but the state's not gonna pay for 2 a year.
no,
The state only pays for 1 a year.
basically.
And so you're scheduling in that we're gonna buy the 1.
If we stay on at least 1 a year, they'll, on the 5th year, when they finish paying for it, it'll drop off and go to the county, and it'll just keep,
Yep.
if you keep doing that. So it'll take a while to get the county some newer trucks, but
And your projected pickups are gonna replace what?
just old pickups, we got a couple old that need to go bye-bye, they're rusted, and I think we've already parked one, the fenders wave at you when you drive by, you know, and it's,
How many miles on those?
oh, they're like 200 or 300.
We have some with that many.
Oh, yes. Yep. And then the 1 tons are the same thing, they're old, a lot of them are old and need to be replaced, and so I'd like to work on getting those as swap loaders, so it's kind of the same as the bigger trucks. That way you can put multiple boxes on, and
And are you gonna get those through the Gov deals
that's what
or?
I would plan. That's, the pricing that I've got right now is through Gov Deals, so whoever, like, I forget which dealer is the local one for pickups. And then there's one for the heavier trucks, and then Gov Deals for the plow truck and the build of the truck, you know, so it can all go through Gov Deals.
And do we have a preference on our pickups and 1 tons as to who makes them because they have a better repair track or not needing
We
repair
want to
track?
stay away from Dodge, we've had quite a few issues with Dodge, and I want to say mainly the gas engines, because if they sit and idle too much, they don't get the oil to the top of the engine and stuff, but personally, I think what we're looking at, personally, I'm looking at the GMCs.
Okay.
We've had good luck with GMCs.
GMC makes a truck.
You know what GMC stands for?
And that can be,
Garage Man's Companion.
so that can be both the 1 tons and the pickups can be.
Alright. I guess my question is that we're looking at that reliability factor and kind of deciding what we think would work best for us long term.
So I would like to see, you know, an inventory list of the trucks that we have, the year that they were purchased and the miles on them, before I'm interested in buying new trucks.
I would say.
Well, we're already down trucks, we've scrapped trucks or sold trucks because they're just no good no more, we're short trucks right now, it's not that. And so we would buy trucks and push trucks out to the garages to.
Well, in
do
the
the
last
job.
3 or 4 years, we've bought 7 big trucks.
Okay, I was referring to pickups, but okay. So big trucks, we're actually still short. We don't have enough trucks for all the drivers we have. Because over time, they've all gone to the junkyard or whatever, so we have more drivers than trucks. So a lot of times if everybody comes in for a storm, we gotta put some of the drivers in 1 tons or graders, to help plow and everything, because we don't have enough tandem axle trucks for everybody.
There are citizens out there, people who serve on township boards, that are critical of the road commission for buying too many new trucks. And if I'm gonna have to justify to those people how,
Don't mind that?
then I need this information.
Okay.
There is a difference there though, Gary, those trucks take a tremendous speed going down the road plowing snow or even scraping.
Well, I think the good information for us is to know, again, a list of our plow trucks versus our pickups versus our 1 tons. I mean, I think all that information is good. Know when they were purchased and know the miles on them, but also how many employees we have, so that when we say we have 38 trucks, is that what we have?
Actually, we probably have more like 34.
Okay, so we have
Or
34
38.
trucks, but we have 38 employees. It's like, well, we should have a few more. And also that may highlight that maybe we have some older plow trucks that we are still using.
And you will need those, you need
Yes,
spares, because
yes.
even the new ones break.
Yes,
You know, and so
absolutely.
they break, you gotta have something, even if it's an old.
Yeah, you got a snowstorm, you don't wanna send a driver home and you ain't got a truck.
I think if we take an average of the vehicles, we're averaging 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Right. And again, knowing that for comments at township, because I had that at one township meeting too, that the road commission seems to, we have way too much equipment that we don't utilize. And I took exception to that comment,
Yes,
so.
you should, because
I would love a lot more
you're
equipment.
dealing with a man that's farming with an old M International probably.
So,
So just to
That's all you need.
clarify, it's my deal, not Gov deals.
okay, thank you, yeah,
Okay, Gov deals is to sell stuff, my deal
Okay.
is to buy stuff.
thank you.
And Heather corrected me, it's 186 lane miles. Should it's two.
Okay,
That's on this map.
186.
Up in the corner.
Okay.
All right, so I think,
And it's on the map right in front of you. See on the corner, I believe. About the lane mile.
This says there's 93 miles for
Yeah.
state trunk line roads.
but you got double that for lane.
Oh, that's right,
Oh, lane miles.
yeah. They pull
Yeah,
fast,
they go by lane miles.
they pull fast on that.
Because if you have a third lane, it's still the same mileage, but it's
Yeah,
how many lanes you got.
you got a center turn lane.
And like some of those now that on 94 that are in Jackson, it's actually 7 lanes wide.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you take in the shoulders and all the,
Yeah.
I'd hate to do that anymore. So anyway, other than moving on with the new business stuff, I think that's,
Any questions for Bob? Discuss March 26th board meeting.
Due to the road show, that goes until March 26th, and that is a Thursday. I didn't know if we were to move the March 26th meeting to March 27th.
Nobody will be back by then, well, the ones that go on.
I might not be here.
I would move that we move that meeting date to Friday the 27th.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. All right. Sign agreement to extend payment markings contract.
And that should be in your folder.
I got her. I think. I'm assuming same price.
Yes, you guys already approved all that in prior meetings, now we got.
Just gotta sign it.
Oh, we just gotta sign it?
Yes, it doesn't have to be approved. But yes, at the same price.
When you going to Florida,
I'm not sure yet.
when you coming back?
I'm not sure yet.
I'm not sure if he is.
We're taking care of my brother, so I don't know
Oh.
when we can go, when we can't.
I thought he was gonna tell us he was loving winter so much he's not gonna go this year.
There might only be three members.
That would be a false statement.
Yeah.
Or, it's so cold in Florida, I might as well stay here.
Well, that's true. I see in Winter Haven, it was 31 degrees the other morning.
It was colder than Anchorage, Alaska the other day.
Phew.
You three may have to show up, because I don't know whether I'll be here or not, 27th of March.
Well, Kathy's gonna be.
I should be here, yeah, I'll be back.
I wrote all you guys' schedules down,
I might be able to make it if I bring the water.
Thank you also.
Well, you can call it. Can't vote.
Have Gary sign that.
We can,
If so.
Oh,
we can send an ambulance out and bring you.
No, I don't. Last time I rode an ambulance, they almost dropped me.
Second page.
2 pages, huh? Okay.
Yeah, probably the only signed the one.
Yeah, you need to sign again too, Mark.
Didn't look at the back page, I thought maybe I was buying one of them old Dodge 1-ton trucks.
We'll sell it to you.
I bet you would.
One time, good deal.
There, I'll go to this file here then.
Approve emulsion truck repair. How much is this costing?
Enough that you gotta prove it.
Oh, I was just gonna say,
What happens to
just
that?
do it?
Well, so basically, this is to go over it, get it all done, but there's like some dust seals and a pump that has to get replaced.
So this is just general wear and tear?
Well, there's a lot of general wear and tear, but then there's also, trying to find it here. Well, it's mainly the labor. The parts to fix all this is like $5,800. Not bad. The labor to do it is almost $20,000.
Oh, my word.
So the whole total for it is $27,692.21.
So they're getting $100 an hour or better?
Oh, probably. This is through AIS where we've got the truck. It's still a very good truck, and so
Oh, yeah.
yes, we need to, in my opinion, we need to get it fixed and prepped and ready for the season because we got quite a bit of chip seal to do this year.
What age of the truck?
That's a 2016.
Okay, so,
Yeah, it's still a very good truck. So
so is this a 1-ton or is it bigger?
no,
than
it's a tank truck that sprays the emulsion for the chip
It's
seal.
a tandem.
The chip seal and tank for paving. So I guess
I would move that we repair the emulsion truck as necessary
I'll support.
for around $27,000, unless you want a specific.
Were you gonna say not to exceed?
Not to
we
exceed,
can say not to exceed 30.
not to exceed $30,000.
And that
I still support.
Any discussion?
Just a question, and I'm sure that you guys think it's certainly worth fixing versus buying another truck to take the place of this one, because even a good used truck would probably be $150,000.
all for that. I mean, a new truck for that would probably be $350 to $400.
Yeah.
And like I said, it is a good truck. A lot of these are seals and gaskets and pumps, 1 or 2 pumps and, just labor to work on. Because one, they've got to clean it all off with a dry ice blaster to even start working on it. So
10 years old, this stuff wears off. So,
you
yeah,
know, it's a good truck. So.
all right. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries. Approve rules, standards, procedures for driveways within the road right of way. I got that.
So again, this is like one of our, I guess, policy procedures, whatever, that was originally enacted back in '88. I can't find where.
I put the original one, a copy for you guys in there, on the bottom of the new one.
Yeah.
So it was revised back in 2012, and I think that's the last time anything was done with it. The only thing we really did was add a blurb for the commercial drive. Actually,
What about,
that's the same. And then we adjusted the permit fees to match the permit fees that you already approved at the last meeting.
wouldn't, solar projects be considered a commercial driveway?
Yes.
But the language isn't here.
What's that?
The language isn't here, it's just for oil wells and wind turbines.
Well, they still fall under the permits as they gotta go through a commercial drive.
Okay.
I think, yes, for the 2,000 cash bond, for the solar companies, we're going well more than that.
Yeah, I know that.
And so actually I've got a meeting scheduled with Pivot Energy, which is the newest one, wanting to put those fields in, to discuss the road use agreement and whether we go a bond or a cash escrow.
That's the one in Somerset and down on
Yes.
Card Road.
Yes. And then apparently Hartwood, the one that's already doing in Fayette, is gonna wanna expand. So we're gonna have to do a new agreement for that expansion area too, and I think it'll be the same criteria.
I see you updated the permit fee amounts, how did you determine the amounts you put in here?
Well, all these, I believe, now match the permit
The permit schedule
Structure
fee
that
that
you
you guys approved.
approved on the
Okay.
last.
Okay,
We just adjusted these so that, and we debated on whether it even needs to be in here because it is
It's on
in the
there,
other, but we
okay.
just wanna make sure these match
alright,
Right.
the same.
and didn't we use other road commissions or the
Yeah.
state or something?
See,
No,
right.
okay,
A combination of,
okay,
well, like we rounded on that one to where instead of like the $38, we said $50 or, you know, so it's not these odd little things that.
I move that we adopt the rules, standards, and procedures for driveways within the road right of way revised January 22nd, 2026.
support.
Any discussion?
I think we had discussion before the motion.
I guess just a question, you know, should this address the solar farms somewhere in this?
They would fall under the commercial.
It's just, this is only pertaining to their driveways. Once they leave that 33 foot, when we deal with their driveway, we have no say-so over anything.
But if, I get the impression that we were charging them more than this
The solar,
$2,000.
that 2,000 is for the driveway, the area right there at the driveway.
Okay,
The solar fields, we're doing, adding in a cash escrow for their road use agreement, and that's because of all their truck routes and how many extra trucks they bring in and their laydown yard, and so that's kind of two totally different things. This is still for the driveway,
okay.
but your road use agreement is
Another thing.
for what they're doing to the roads.
Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. We just need to sign one.
Yes,
copy.
we just need to sign one copy.
Can we already passed it, but in the old policy, we have concrete paving or resurfacing of a drive and asphalt paving or resurfacing of a drive. We don't have that in the new one.
Well, it's upgraded residential concrete and HMA.
So that just, they're combined under that?
Yes.
Under the rules and the standards.
Okay, alright,
Yeah, these are kind of old.
Just a little.
Well, and you'll be getting a lot of these
Yeah.
as we update more and more of the policies.
That was only 14 years ago. that they passed that.
That isn't that long ago, is it?
I mean, there's a signature page there dated 2012. That's what I'm looking at.
Oh,
Now,
They
Right.
have been updated since the 1988 original.